With the reality of anthropogenic climate change setting in these days and all the other problems we face, I often hear people claiming that the root of these problems is that there's just too many people in the world these days. And with the global population of over 8.1 billion people, I can see how folks could jump to that conclusion, but the reality here isn't quite as simple, as the myth of overpopulation is one that has some very deep roots and some very racist, distractionary rhetoric that keeps us from addressing the real issues. See, ever since its introduction in the 60s, the concept turns up all sorts of ideas for population control measures. And in all those, can you guess who it is who gets to decide who is worthy of reproducing and who isn't? Yep, it's those wealthier upper-class elite who, through colonization, also tend to be white men who own more land, resources, and capital, whereas the lower-class, poor, brown, black, and indigenous people are the first to lose their reproductive rights. That is entirely cussed up, and it's all distraction to the real issues we face. It's not that there are too many people on this planet, it's that there are too many people consuming far too many resources for this planet to sustain. It's not overpopulation, it's overconsumption, and specifically by those wealthy elite who consume far more than everyone else through flamboyant lifestyles of lavish expenses that are the primary source of anthropogenic climate change in the first place. The world's richest 1% of people, about 77 million people, or just under the population of Germany, are responsible for the same amount of emissions as the poorest 66% of people. And that same 1% of richest people in the world have more than twice, that's double, the amount of wealth in the rest of the entire world combined. That is insane. The myth of overpopulation is a sneaky little ploy that aims to divert responsibility onto a population who is largely not at fault for these issues while insulating those who actually are. So before we even talk about population, we need to redistribute wealth from the excessively wealthy 1% who consume far more than everyone else to build a more sustainable energy infrastructure, food systems, societies, and communities to reduce our impact while uplifting the quality of life for the remaining 99% to create a better future for us all.